My friend Carlo Nuccio gave me one last gift. He introduced me to a band called Maltivas, and one of the most electrifying performers I've seen in a while. Turns out she's a Patti Smith fan. Anybody else here a Patti Smith fan? Patti Smith appears in the Rolling Thunder Review doing a song called, a poem called Archer, that turns into a song called Archer.
She doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Welcome to the stage from Maltivas, Tiana Huxdu.
Thank you for that nice introduction, Paul. There was... Patti Smith is Bob Dylan to me.
For those of you talking, the performance has begun.
There was, and these are her words. I don't know how it happened, but this time was the first time that I really got to be a boy. I was like, this boy, this ninja, this archer. There was an archer. There was an archer who was in love with his sister, who looked just like him. So the archer looked at his sister and he said, all this madness between me and you is real private. But the sister was too scared. So the sister put down her cigarette and she married the Sultan. And so the archer became the archer for the king. So it was the wedding night, and the Sultan and the sister were going to get married. So the king sent him out. The archer went out the door, and he had on his armor. He was going through the field. It was like, you know how the ground was in 16th century Japan? It was black and green like a chessboard. So the archer is walking on the black part of the chessboard, and he looked at the black part of the chessboard, and it looked like the back of his sister's hair. You know how it is. It looked like the back of his sister's hair. And he couldn't advance and be the king's archer no more. Oh no, I don't think so. He looked at the palace. He looked at the window shape. And over the palace he saw his sister undressing for the king. He was so dazzled by this photograph that he took off his armor, and he laid down his armor, and he took the dart, and he aimed it swift at the king's heart. He started walking toward the palace, walking in. I don't think so. He started walking in a new direction. from his hand.
Yeah. Well talk.